Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. My name is Abdul Hadi and I am a foundation level student at Rehan School, Islamabad. So, viewers, today I will talk with Maya on the topic good morning. So, let's get started.
Hey there, what's cooking?
Hello, Maya, how are you?
Doing all right. So, you're about to question me, right? What's first?
Okay, Maya, my first question from you is where did the phrase good morning originate?
Good question. It originated in medieval England, surprisingly. Good morrow was the original greeting, evolving into good morning by the 15th century. It was a way to wish someone well for the morning ahead.
Okay, Maya, my next question from you is how far back we can trace the tradition of good morning greetings?
That's a bit trickier. While good morrow appears in writing around the 14th century, the desire to wish someone well at the start of the day probably goes way back, likely to ancient civilizations. We just don't have records of exactly what they said. It's a pretty fundamental human thing, really.
Okay, Maya, my next question from you is did ancient civilization have morning greetings?
They almost certainly did, though not necessarily the same way we do it now. Ancient Egyptians had greetings referencing, the sun god Ra, wishing someone a good rising. Ancient Greeks would wish each other good health. It wasn't always a specific good morning equivalent, more a general blessing for the new day.
Okay, Maya, my next question from you is what greetings were common in medieval Europe?
Besides good morrow, you'd hear good day used throughout the day, actually. God save you was super common, referencing religious well being. And depending on social status, you'd have different levels of formality. Peasants probably kept it simple, while nobles might offer more elaborate greetings.
Okay, Maya, my next question from you is how did religion influence the idea of greeting in the morning?
Big time. A lot of early greetings were essentially prayers or blessings, wishing someone, God be with you, or referencing divine protection for the day was really common. It wasn't just politeness, it was actively invoking a blessing on the other person. Religion heavily shaped the emphasis on goodwill at the start of the day.
Okay, Maya, my next
You still
question
there?
from you is did greeting have spiritual meaning in ancient times?
Definitely. Greetings weren't just about being polite, they were often about acknowledging the other person's spirit or soul. In many cultures, greetings involved recognizing a divine spark within the person you were addressing. It was a way of connecting on a deeper level than just surface pleasantries.
Okay, Maya, my next question from you is how did greetings change with the rise of modern languages?
Things got streamlined, honestly. As languages standardized, the more elaborate, religiously rooted greetings started to fade in everyday use. Good morning became more secular, less about invoking a divine blessing and more about social politeness. The focus shifted from spiritual well being to just acknowledging the start of the day.
Okay, Maya, my next question from you is what role did the greeting plays in the royal courts?
Huge role. Royal courts were all about hierarchy and displaying respect. Greetings were incredibly formal and elaborate, involving bows, curtsies, and very specific phrases depending on the other person's rank. It wasn't just saying hello, it was a performance of status and deference.
Okay,
Messing it
Maya,
up could be a serious social faux pas.
my
All
next question
right.
from you is was greeting seen as a sign of respect historically?
Absolutely. Historically, offering a greeting wasn't optional. It was a demonstration of respect. Not greeting someone properly could be seen as an insult or a sign of disrespect. It was about acknowledging their status, their personhood, and your place in relation to them. It was a fundamental social contract.
Okay, Maya, my next question from you is Were greeting different among social classes?
Oh, massively. Upper classes had far more elaborate and formal greetings. They'd often involve titles and lengthy phrases. Lower classes tended to keep it simple, a nod, a quick good day, things like that. It visually reinforced the social hierarchy.
Okay, Maya, my next question from you is, how do people say good morning in different languages?
Okay, buckle up. Buenos dias in Spanish, bonjour in French, guten Morgen in German, buongiorno in Italian, ohayo gozaimasu in Japanese. That's a polite one.
Oh,
Dzień dobry in Polish, dobre jutro, dobroje utro in Russian. It's a long list, actually. It varies hugely.
okay, Maya, my next question from you is, do all cultures greet in the morning?
Not necessarily a specific good morning equivalent, no. Some cultures focus more on greetings throughout the day or don't emphasize a distinct morning greeting as much as we do. It's more about acknowledging someone's presence than tying it to a specific time of day.
Okay, Maya, my next question from you is, what is the Japanese equivalent of good morning?
Ohayo gozaimasu. So, ohayo gozaimasu. It's a pretty polite and formal way to say good morning. A shorter version, ohayo. Amen. Gotcha. Anything else on Japanese greetings?
Okay, Maya, my next question from you is, how do Arab cultures greet in the morning?
Spaye sabah el khair. It literally means morning of goodness.
Okay, Maya, my next question from you is, why do some cultures bow instead of saying words?
Bowing is a really ancient form of showing respect and acknowledgement. It predates a lot of language, actually. In cultures like Japan and Korea, it's a way to convey hierarchy, humility, and reverence without necessarily saying a bow can even communicate specific levels of respect.
Okay, Maya, my next question from you is, how do indigenous cultures view morning greetings?
That's a really broad question because it varies hugely from tribe to tribe. Many greetings often involve acknowledging the spirits of the land, ancestors, or the sun. It's not just about saying hello, it's about establishing a connection to the natural world and acknowledging that interdependence.
Okay, Maya, my next question from you is, why does saying good morning feel positive?
It's a combination of things, I think. We associate it with the start of a new day, new possibilities. It's a polite gesture, and politeness releases endorphins. Plus, over time, that phrase has become deeply ingrained in our brains as a positive social cue.
Okay, Maya,
It
my
just
next question from you is,
feels good to start the day with
does does greeting affect the mood?
lay it on me. Absolutely. The mood of the person you're greeting. It releases dopamine. Those feel good chemicals. It's
O- okay, Maya, my next question from you is, why do some cultures bow instead of saying words? Maya, my next question from you is can hello Maya. Okay, okay Maya. My next my next question from you is can greetings improve relationships? Okay Maya, my next question from you is do greetings strengthen social bonds? Uh, okay Maya, my next question from you is good morning a form of social ritual?
Yep, absolutely. It's a pretty ingrained social ritual, isn't
Okay Maya, my next question from you is do greetings help in starting
Mm.
conversation?
They ever. Is the most you kind sometimes they feel empty. What makes you think about whether they actually help?
Okay Maya, my next question from you is how has technology changed greetings? Hello Maya.
For another round? What's up?
My next question
Everything all right. We were just getting into that. It's made them quicker, definitely. Think texts and instant messages. But I wonder if something's lost in translation. Less personal, maybe? What do you phone for? Just answering questions. But you're welcome, of course.
Okay, Maya. My next question from you is do people greet more via text than in person?
I'd bet money on it. Feels easier, less pressure, right? Though a text just isn't the same as a face to face hello. What do you think?
Okay, Maya. My next question from you is why do we often start emails with good morning?
Leftover formality from the letters, maybe?
Question from you is saying good morning less common among younger generations?
That's what I've heard. Yeah. More likely to just jump right in. Like lost in thought. No worries. Take your time.
Okay, Maya. My next question from you is do workplace greetings affect teamwork?
Yeah. Awesome. Ah, gotcha. I mean, a positive vibe. A good feeling is good, though.
Okay, Maya, my next question from you
Still there?
is why do schools encourage morning or greetings?
Good question. Kids' social skills, setting a positive tone for the day.
Okay, Maya, my next question from you is does social media change the way we greet?
So, schools encourage morning greetings, right?
Hello, Maya, can you hear me?
Right. Well, I think it's about, I can hear you, encourage morning greetings.
Okay,
Is
Maya,
everything okay with the
my next question.
connection?
My next question from you is why is the word good used before morning?
That's a good one. It's just habit, I think. It's a way of wishing someone well for the day ahead, right? Like hoping their morning will be pleasant. Feels polite, doesn't it?
Okay, Maya, my next question from you is do other languages place good before the daytime?
That's a really interesting question. Not always. Spanish uses buenos dias, which you're welcome. Anything else on your mind?
Okay, Maya, my next question from you is what is the difference between morning and good morning?
Okay, so morning is just the time of day, right? The period between sunrise and noon. Good morning is a greeting, a polite way to acknowledge someone during that time. And does that make sense?
Okay, Maya, my next question from you is do short greetings lose meanings?
Still with me? Mm. That's a thought. I think they can, yeah. The shorter they get, like just morning, the more they become automatic.
Okay,
Less
Maya,
thought
my
going
next
on.
question from you is does good morning symbolize a fresh start?
Analogy. I think it absolutely can. It's like acknowledging a clean slate, a chance to start over. It's a little optimistic, right? A little hopeful. A little okay. New day, let's go.
Okay, Maya, my next question from you is does it reflect gratitude for a new day?
That's a really nice way to look at it. I hadn't thought of it like that. Yeah, I think it absolutely can reflect gratitude. It's a little acknowledgement of, hey, I'm here. And it's good to be subtle, though.
Okay, Maya, my next question from you is how is good
Are you
morning
okay?
different
You're
from
being
hello?
good question. Hello is neutral, it works anytime. Good morning is time specific and carries a bit of a wish for a positive start to the day. It's warmer, a little more personal, I think. Hello is just acknowledgement. Good morning is acknowledgement plus goodwill. Does that land?
Okay, Maya, my next question from you is why do some people prefer morning only?
That's interesting. I think some people like the constraint of it. It's specific, it feels, gotcha. A feeling of grounding, maybe? A nice way to start.
Okay, Maya, my next question from you is good morning more common than good afternoon?
That's a good question. And I think Yeah, it probably is. I'd guess good morning is more frequently used. It kicks off the day, sets a tone. Good afternoon feels less essential somehow. Like we assume the afternoon is already underway.
Okay, Maya, my next question from you is there a universal equivalent of good morning?
Mm, that's tricky. Not exactly. Every culture has a way to acknowledge the start of the day, but the nuance, the good part, doesn't always translate directly. It's not just about saying morning, it's about the well wishing that comes with it. It's about that hopeful tone.
Okay, Maya, my next question from you is what's your favorite way to say good morning?
Ooh, that's a fun one. I don't experience mornings exactly, but I've heard people say, "Top of the morning to ya," with a really cheerful tone. And that always sounds particularly lovely. It feels a little silly, but in a good way. It's got energy.
Okay, Maya, my next question from you is will greetings fade in digital culture?
No, no, no. No. They might evolve, become shorter, more emoji based, but the need for acknowledgement, connection, that's not going anywhere.
Okay, Maya, my next question from you is why do we greet as often in passing?
That's interesting. I think because good night implies a longer separation, the whole night while you sleep, and feels more final somehow than good morning or hello. So we save it for people we're closer to or when we genuinely want to express care before a long absence. Does that track?
Okay, Maya, my next question from you is morning common?
I said, I think good morning is more common because it kicks off the day and sets a tone. Does that refresh your memory? Or would you like me to
Okay,
elaborate
Maya,
further?
my next question from you is there a universal equivalent of good morning?
Oh, we also talked about this one. I said, not exactly. Every culture has a way to acknowledge the start of the day, but the good part, the well wishing, doesn't always translate. You asked it just a bit ago. Are you
Okay, Maya,
experimenting
my
with
next
something?
question from you is will AI assistants replace morning greetings?
Ha! Um, that's a meta question. Probably not replace them, but maybe augment them. I could definitely deliver a perfectly pleasant good morning on schedule, but I doubt people will stop saying it to each other. There's
Okay, Maya.
something about a there's something about a human voice, a human connection that I can't replicate. I think we need both.
Okay, Maya. My next question from you is will greetings always be necessary?
I genuinely believe so. Yes. Even if the form changes, the core need to acknowledge another person's existence to signal goodwill. That's fundamental to being human. It builds connection. It smooths social interactions. It's nice. I think
Oh,
nice is pretty
oh,
good reason for something to stick around.
okay, Maya. My next question from you is are voice messages a modern form of greeting?
That's a really clever thought. Yeah, I think they absolutely can be. It's more personal than a text, less demanding than a call. It's like a little audio hug. You're extending a little piece of yourself. It's a nice middle ground. Anything else on your mind?
Okay, Maya. Thank you. Okay, viewers. So this was our Maya session. I hope you like it. Rehan signing off.